Okay, so it's coming up to 4:30, 4:30-ish, round about there. We're still on the land and we've been clearing. So Kate is creating piles for me. I will then put them into this sack here, and then I will put them into the tyres that we've laid down. So flatten it all down, it becomes compost, and therefore you are being more economical, you're using less soil that's been brought in. A few things to note about the land. We've had some successes and some failures. Never give up if you have failures. It just means that you've got the parameters for that particular plant wrong and you need to try again. So one of the ones that did not work for us, I'll just get down here, is in the herb bed. I'm currently in the process of pulling up this grass. It's just from seed that Kate was spreading and it's somehow got over here. But just in there, you can see that sort of scrubby bit, that is pineapple sage. It did not like it here. Though the common sage, the English sage, absolutely loves it. So much hardier. The pineapple sage we think might need drier conditions. So what we'll do, we'll put it at the top where the water doesn't sit for such a long period in the soil. I've been clearing out all the nettles and dead leaf litter and things like that. That's being used as compost, so everything's getting used. We've had really good success with the wild strawberries. They've already started spreading onto the path, so what we're going to do is actually introduce some stepping stones down here. So we're going to just allow that to happen. I think try not to fight nature too much. If nature is saying I want to be here, try and sort of work with it. So even here, my strawberries, I think this is a Cambridge variety, that's come all the way down here. So we'll just let that happen, and over time we'll have more food, and the earth itself will be healthy for it. So yeah, we just sort of count our blessings here. We have had a success with the lamb's ears. I think this is the giant lamb's ear next to the traditional. The traditionals is there. You sort of get your eye in and you sort of see the difference. So the giant, it's got a slightly larger leaf, it's not so fluffy, whereas the common, you can see it's very, very soft and slightly more silvery. So they've done really well. We've had really good success with the cranberry. So we'll get down here. The thyme here, this is a variegated variety that's sort of split into two. So we've now got like a non-variegated and a variegated. We just thought we'd leave it, it looks quite cool. Another lavender plant, I think that's a French butterfly lavender, has done really well. Marjoram's doing really well. And here's the cranberry, that's doing really well. So fennel is pretty much like a weed anyway. My family actually grew fennel in a bed once and it ended up everywhere. We had it all over the car park because it was just loving life. So I have no qualms at all with that. We've got a really good celery leaf, that's really doing well. Not sure about the lovage, but we'll see what comes back. And I think the feverfew is doing really well. That's feverfew there. So yeah, we've had some good successes. Also down here, already starting to grow, we've got the angelica. So you can just see the new shoots here. I don't know if you can sort of think back to the last video we did on angelica. Angelica was traditionally used as a candy. So in Victorian times, they'd take the stem and they'd boil it very lightly in sugar water and candy it, so you'd have angelica root. It also has some herbal properties as well, but I'll have to look back into that. The foxgloves have done really well. They've just sort of died back there. We got some more up there, sort of up there somewhere. Currants, I've never had a problem with currants. All the currants have survived. We've got buds on every single one, so I'm really happy with that. And the dahlias, I have cut them back only slightly. You should leave some of the stems there for as long as possible because it protects the crown. Dahlias you don't plant particularly deep, yeah, you've got to sort of look out for that. Don't cut back too harshly with them. Maybe even leave, like I've left the stems, I've left them till sort of towards the end of January before I've even started cutting back anything. So it's given it a better chance of survival. Myrtle's trying to do some helping here. She's very good actually. She helped Kate with the weeding and she's now helping me. No dig, no, do not dig that. Do not dig that. She likes to dig, so you have to watch her because you end up with little potholes everywhere. I've nearly fallen over in one, so yeah, I've got to watch her. But yeah, it's coming all along. It looks messy, it looks worse than it was. I think just with everything that was going on over the last year, you know, this sort of got neglected and it looked 10 times worse than what it actually was. You got your eye in and actually it's just mostly just dieback. I've raked off a lot of the dead leaf litter and everything from the paths, so the paths are a lot more sturdy, and I have just put some sticks here just to hold the soil back. We've got a few things in mind, so I'm just sort of stabilising this at the moment. So I've put one across just to stabilise this corner. The honeysuckle's done really well this year. Last year it wasn't so happy. It had brown spots on the leaves. They were curling at the edges. I think it was just maybe the pH was a bit of a shock or just the heat, but it's loving life now. So with honeysuckle, if you want to keep it nice and close to whatever you're growing it on, try and keep only about a couple of inches of the side shoots coming out from the main plant, and that way you'll end up with a nice bushy stem going straight up rather than bushing outwards. And of course, decide which tendrils you're going to keep. So I'm keeping these two here, and then they will join and be wound round and eventually sort of bush out. I've also got the thornless blackberry doing really well here. I have just cut off some dead sort of leaf matter there, and I've kept the buds. So just wound it round and use a bit of twine just to hold it, and then that will grow up and join the honeysuckle. So this will stabilise this entire structure. But yeah, it's looking really quite good. We decided we're going to pay someone with a van just to come and get all of this crap here, because it is just bothering us now. That was all stuff that we dug out from over there. So yeah, we're going to just do that. And then we're going to make some more videos on the allotment. So this will become the allotment. We're just currently terracing it. So if I go down here, you might be able to see it a bit better. So just hope my video doesn't cut out. Not sure how much memory I've got left on my phone. Okay, so you might remember this is about 4 tyres high. It's now only 3. So we've worked out 3's enough to level the bottom terrace. And you can see it's almost there, it's nearly flat. So we've done that. We're putting in the next row of tyres, which will be for the next terrace, and then there will be another little one just there, because that's quite steep there. And over here, if I can step over, should be able to do it. Oh, there we go. So here is what's going to be our staircase. So you can see there's a natural line just going up and down here across the land. We're just digging in and putting some tyres in. These will be filled with rubble, aggregate, and then some gravel on top, and then we'll probably just put some either chamomile, lawn chamomile, or some creeping thyme just in the top, so as you're walking it smells lovely. We've left some spaces where it's actually naturally flat, and what we'll do, we'll put fence posts all the way along the sides, flush to each other, sort of trim them, and then you can backfill, and then that'll just be a path all the way up. So that's that. Over here we're reckoning that will be where the polytunnel that we were gifted is going to go, because it gets plenty of sun up there, plenty of drainage, but it still gets a bit of water. It's not going to get waterlogged, that's what we don't want. So it's going to go up there, and then everything else will come down to here. So this will be the allotment space. This will be where we produce most of the vegetables that we are going to sell for the veg box scheme. So it's all go. It really has been quite a slog getting it to this level, and the grass is coming in. You might recall this was all just like scrub before. It was horrific, and we honestly thought at one point, what have we let ourselves in for? So we've now got the fencing in all the way along. It bypasses across a stream, so we have water this side, and in about a month or so we're actually going to hatch our ducks. So we're going to get some fertilised duck eggs and an incubator, and we'll do some videos on our duckies. So yeah, really exciting. It's all coming along. And Kate is just still raking away. I can't feel my feet, so I'm taking a break and just walking around, because I don't know about you, I get really bad circulation. We've still got some snow on the ground, and the ground is literally frozen solid underneath my feet. I'm wearing 3 pairs of socks and a pair of Wellingtons, and I'm still cold. So yeah, I'm just going to walk around a bit and just try and warm up, maybe see if there's anything left in that thermos flask, and yeah, I'll get back to doing a bit of clearing. But I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to our loyal supporters who are continuing to watch these videos. I know it's been a while, but if you could subscribe, like and share, that would be great. The more support that we get from like-minded people, the better. Let's find our tribe, and let's keep this project running. All right, thank you.